What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. My name is Mo, and today I'll be going through my team selection for Game Week 4. We'll have a review of how my team did in Game Week 3, and we'll discuss any future plans and any potential chips that I may be looking to play in the Game Week 4 team selection. So if you're new around here, or you've been here before and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button too if you like the content you see. So let's start off with how Game Week 3 went, guys. So in goal, Onana, disappointing, 0 points. So conceded 2 goals within the first 4 minutes of the game at home to Nottingham Forest. Absolutely disappointing. I think Luke Shaw not being in the defence, Varane being injured as well. It's definitely costing Manchester United. We're a bit, susceptible at the back, a bit concerning. But I think, there are some save points to have. I think it's just a bad game week for Onana. Don't have any plans to take him out at the moment, but there's not really any other goalkeeper that's actually standing out for me at the moment. But Onana generally, I think, should come good, but it's a bit shaky at the moment, so not really impressed with how he came along, but 0 points. But we're going to set and forget and move on to next week. And then we've got Estupinian, 1 point against West Ham. West Ham were on form. They only had like 22% possession, but what they did with the ball is they absolutely, were useful and clinical with it. Estupinian, the good thing about him was he was quite offensive. He's still got 10 touches in the penalty area, which kind of puts me a bit 50-50 now in terms of like whether I do want to play him against Newcastle or not. They're at home, but he's still got, in attacking positions. But overall, didn't get a good score, 1 point only, and Brighton were, to be quite frank, disappointing on that day. Guardiola, the least I talk about it, the better. It's quite painful in the sense that, he was on bonus points as well, potentially getting a 7 or actually 8 points for me. But then Kyle Walker decided to backheel a ball back into play, and Sheffield United scored. Not only did that dampen, the fact that they had to bring on Phil Foden immediately, he probably wouldn't have come on. I had Gusto on the bunch for 12 points in addition, so he got 14 points overall. So I could have had him come in for Foden as well, and this game week would have looked far better. But it is what it is. Thank you, Kyle Walker, for ruining my clean sheet. But I wasn't disappointed with Guardiola. He did really well. Plays pretty much on the left side. Good distributor of the ball, attacking the threat, not much, but once or twice I did see him overlap Grealish, but wasn't found. Once he was, but I think he was almost offside, so I think it was called. But overall, pretty happy with Guardiola for 5 mil. If I pay the extra half a mil, I could get Diaz or Stones. They're pretty much more nailed, but I think at 5 mil, he's the only other nailed Man City defender I see. But it is what it is. No clean sheet. Next game, we'll have to see if he can continue the good form and potentially pull off a clean sheet in itself. Chilwell, 6 points, could have been more if he had his shooting boots on. I don't know why he didn't take a shot. Decided to square it and absolutely mess up the attack. Luton, 6 points at home. Could have been even better if I played Gusto as well. However, it is what it is. But 6 points from him, the only defender that returned. But overall, fixtures-wise, they look pretty good as well. And he was offensive, but just didn't take a shot when it came his way. So no chance of me moving away from him. Is there a chance of me doubling up on Chelsea defences in the coming weeks? Potentially, yes, because I was happy with what I saw from Gusto. And I definitely want to take advantage of having him in my squad. In midfield, Mbeumo, a quiet week, only 2 points, no returns. No real great chances as well to do, to perform from that way in terms of his game. He had chances to really bury through, but it's his first kind of blank, no penalty as well. I know a lot of people kind of have made mockery of that in the first couple of game weeks, but I think he's a great player, and the fixtures that he does have coming up, I'm not too panicky about him at the moment. Definitely looking to keep him, but yeah, it's his first blank, and let's hope he does better in game week 4. Phil Foden, kind of helped massively with the assist. 4 points I got from him, but ideally would have preferred him not to have started. Am I concerned about his minutes? Obviously, that's always going to be a concern, but that's why you have a strong bench, right? There are people who are looking at Sterling and Maddison. If you want to go for minutes, obviously Maddison. If you want to go for a bit of flamboyance, then Sterling in terms of goal output. If you just want to, have some fun like me, Foden's away. And I think with some fixtures lined up, there will be some games where he does go big. And low ownership does help as well. Mo Salah with that beautiful through ball at the end for Darwin Núñez, 5 points. So he's got 5 points in all of his 3 games. He's only 4 points behind Haaland, so it's not even that bad, to be fair. I mean, we paid 14 million for Haaland, who's got 19 points, and then you got 12.5 for Salah, who's got you, I think it's 15, three fives, and he's got a return every single game. So 3 assists already for Salah. It's just the goal threat which I'm lacking at the moment. Missed a penalty, but disappointing against Newcastle. But when you're down to 10 men, what can you really expect from a player of that nature in that difficult situation? They got the win, and he got an assist. No bonus points, but a shame. But I expect more from him in the coming weeks with better fixtures. Saka got 8 points. Disappointing giving the ball away for the first goal. He's back on penalties. Well, I think he is. Odegaard didn't take this one. So 2-2 disappointing against Manchester United next week. I think there could be a lot of goals in that game. So looking forward to seeing something from Saka. Eze, what can I say? 3 blanks. 3, I would say, unlucky kind of performances. But I'm not too fussed, to be fair. I know he will come good at some point. He's on all pretty much set pieces and penalties if they do get any. So we'll just have to be patient with him. I know there's players around him like Diaby and Mbumo's done well. And Matoma had his first blank as well this week. So, we just got to be patient. We just can't keep bouncing from one player to another. So I'm going to back Eze moving forward. And then Haaland missed a penalty, got a goal, so +4. 2 for a miss of penalty, so he got +8. So maybe captain Salah would have got me a few more points if I captained him this week. Hats off to all those players who actually, or managers who captained Raheem Sterling. A really, really good choice. And Jackson got me 7 points, his first goal, hopefully of many, for this season. We'll have to wait and see how he performs in the coming weeks, but he looked quite promising. Just needs to stay on his feet. But overall, a good performance from him, and I think the fixtures do help with Chelsea in that regard. So 45 points. On the bench, nothing really much to write home about, barring Gusto's 14 points, which I could have got if Foden had stayed on the bench. But hey, bygones are bygones, 45 points. I'm in the top, around 700k rank. I was 418,000 before Game Week 3. A bad week, still in the top mill. Happy I'm with the pack. If I can have a strong Game Week 4, definitely can get back within the top 200 or maybe 300,000 in the world. So let's have a look at how my Game Week 4 team looks like. So I have activated the bench boost, and I'll go through the rationale and reason behind why I've done that. But let's go through my squad itself. So we've got Areola, who did so well personally for me against Brighton, and I think he's done really well in the previous games he's played as well. There was a point where I was thinking about, bringing him in for Turner, or even Onana playing 2 4 million goalkeepers. But I thought, you know what, I don't really want to risk it, so I'll keep the goalkeepers as it is. The only transfer I've made this game week is Udogie comes in for Rico Henry, and there's a reason for why I've done that. Is because later on, maybe after the international break, there are fixtures that rotate well with Udogie, Man City, Brighton, and Chelsea for me. So it kind of makes it easier for him to play, and I can get that from him. And I've been quite impressed by him. So I've taken out Rico Henry and brought in Udogie. So at the moment, my bench boost is active. Now, the rationale behind my thought process for activating the bench boost is every other season I've always left it for double game weeks. And last year I came to a point where I got confused at double game week. So there was a triple captain, free hit, and bench boost left, and I didn't know what to play. But I think a lot of people that I've watched this season and previous seasons, they play really well with bench boost to start the season. And I'll give you a rationale why. So a lot of people think, we've got double game weeks, my players will play twice. That's great for your starting 11, but for your bench, it might not be the case. So not many people obviously invest that much in their defences, and all the players from the teams that go forward in double game weeks are like either from the top teams like Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal. So these players are most likely to be rotated as well, because they'll go further in other competitions. For example, Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, you've got the Champions League, Europa League, these kind of competitions that they'll go ahead in. So there's a lot more chance of a rotation. So for me, what I really liked in this game week was a couple of things that made me think it. I've got a difficult decision between Estupinian at Newcastle, which is playing at home, and Guardiola versus Fulham at home. So I want to play both, but I can't make a decision. I also want to play Gusto and Chilwell. Udogie away, he's playing well so far at Burnley, might be a good game for him. And Archer against Everton. Now, I know he's just moved this week, so even if you could get I think if he starts, it's great, because I think he should be good to go, right? He's not come from another country or anything like that. So I think from the press conference, it should be quite interesting to hear. If he does play, he's at home with Sheffield United against Everton. I think that's their best fixture this season. No disrespect to any other team, but Everton at the moment, 3 losses from 3. Good time to play them. Turner versus Chelsea. I don't think he'll keep a clean sheet, but could get me some save points. But also goals conceded. So expected goals conceded. He's not done too bad for Nottingham Forest so far this season, so who knows, you could come away with a clean sheet. I think this is the best time for me to really exploit with fixtures and form of the players that I do have. I do want to play my bench boost, and that will come really handy. Who knows, I might just change my mind on the last day, but at the moment, I do want to play it. If I get a green signal around Archer being available for the Everton game, this will stay. And I think it's a good time for me to play it as well. But I get everyone's argument, wait for double game weeks. But I don't think there's going to be that many this season, according to many experts. So we've got maybe potential game week 37 and maybe game week 31 or 32. So I want to leave that for my free hit. So I want to have that for a double game week and also a triple captain. Which this season, to be fair, as it stands, I'm more likely to play on Salah than Haaland, but we'll wait and see for that. But bench boost for this game week is active. So Onana at home against Arsenal. So they're not home, sorry, they're away to Arsenal. Sorry about that. They're away to Arsenal at the Emirates. Do I think you can keep a clean sheet? Very difficult. Potential clean sheet points are not there, but save points and maybe bonus might be there. But Onana needs to play out of his skin if he's going to keep a clean sheet at the Emirates. Estupiñán versus Newcastle at home. Newcastle, I think, will score, but I think from an attacking perspective, Newcastle were quite shaky, and I think they've kept 2 clean sheets in the previous 20 Premier League games. So that's something to be, thinking about, that Estupiñán could challenge them, and obviously Botman's injured potentially as well for a few weeks, or I don't know the exact extent of the injury, so that would be interesting to see. So Estupiñán, for me, I do want to play him because I do want him to test the Newcastle defence. And then Gusto and Chilwell for Nottingham Forest at home, my 2 wing backs. Number 9 for Chilwell, I'm joking, but I think they'll have a good game week as well. And so I want to play both of them. And then if you look from the bench in itself, Guardiola, Udogi, so that's 5 defenders that I've got, and Turner away at Stamford Bridge could get some bonus points or save points for me there. Then at home against Bournemouth, got Mbeumo. Hopefully I think he could get back to scoring ways. Not a great game week for him previously gone by, but I think generally this might be a good fixture for him to kind of take advantage of Bournemouth. They have been a bit susceptible at the back, and Brentford at home, and they do generally quite well at home. Foden versus Fulham at home. So Phil Foden got benched last week due to illness. I think this game week he will come in and he should play. So I'm confident on that should be happening. Mo Salah's going to be my vice captain at home against Aston Villa. He's been pretty consistent, assist a game, so he's got me a return. I think he needs to go big, and this could be the game that he actually goes big in this game week. And then Bukayo Saka against Manchester United at home. Manchester United are there for the taking, so this might be the game week where the Arsenal midfielders, and if Jesus comes back, could go really big. And there's definitely a chance that United could give a penalty away. So I've got Saka there on there. So if there is going to be a goal through Arsenal against my goalkeeper, I'd like that to come through Saka. That's just from a personal FPL perspective. And then Eze against Wolves. What else can I say? He's just been Mr. Unlucky. This might be the game week, guys, where he gets his first return, and I'll certainly be there to celebrate it if it does happen. So Eze will make up my midfield, and then Haaland, captaincy will be on him at home against Fulham. Pretty wasteful in the last couple of game weeks. I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with him, to be fair. If he doesn't, I say get a big game week, I'm so tempted to go elsewhere. Maybe either Salah or Mbeumo or Saka, even Jackson. I might look elsewhere because I'm starting to get a bit, it's just too predictable. And I think, there might be, like people who backed Sterling this week, there might be a chance I could get a good rank if he, doesn't do so well in more of an away fixture than a home fixture in itself. So Nicholas Jackson will then be playing at Forest at home. So him versus Turner, let's see how that goes. But at the moment, guys, there's 15 players live. So Turner, Guardiola, Udogi and Archer. If Archer gets a green signal, he will be featuring this weekend for Sheffield, then this bench boost stays active. I'm pretty happy with it, to be fair. It'll be nice to get some good points, potentially aim higher than the average, really claw myself back if I can. So that's the team selection for game week 4, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Is this something you're looking at? Which players are you looking to bring in? Are you targeting Raheem Sterling with his good form and fixtures coming in over the next couple of weeks? Or are you going Maddison? What is your thought process? Let me know. Hit the like button if you like the video, and also please hit that subscribe button to subscribe to FPL INKLING and join the FPL INKLING family. Have a good game week, guys. Get your transfers in early, make your decisions, and make sure you don't miss the deadline this week, which is 6:30 on Friday, the 1st of September. I won't be doing a live deadline stream because I will be working. However, on Sunday, as always, straight away after the last game, in the evening, there will be a knee-jerk reaction live stream. Till then, take care. Best luck for this game week. Speak soon.